Hey guys, Cloudy Hayes back for another video. Gearing up in World of Warcraft has never been easier. There are so many different ways you can get gear than ever seen before. In this video, I'm going to go over all the different ways you can get up to 515 item level all by yourself as a solo content player without ever having to jump into difficult endgame group content. Many of the sources to get gear are brand new for Season 4 and are not always straightforward, so easily are missed by players. After watching this video, you will know every single possible way to get gear as a solo content player. First off, we're going to get you up to 480 plus item level. All the Awakened World content will reward you with roughly 480 plus veteran gear. There are 3 main events per Awakened cycle that are giving gear. You also get a cash reward for each event you do, which is rewarding 480 plus veteran gear as well. With this said, you have 2 chances per event to get some easy 480 plus upgrades. The chance of getting gear are high. On average, you should get 4 to 5 items each week from this source. One of the items including a 496 item level champion track piece of gear as well. The best way to see what is awakened for the week is to head over to Valdrakken and pick up the Last Hurrah weekly quest. To complete the weekly quest, you will need to participate in weekly Awakened World content. It will show you on the map exactly what you need to do and where you need to go to get this easy 480 plus gear. The Last Hurrah weekly quest is also one of the only ways you can get your Sparks of the Awakening as well, so you want to make sure you get this done. You can also kill the Awaken World bosses as well. They're on a weekly rotation which can drop 499 item level gear. You also get another cash from the Awakened World boss as well, so you are always guaranteed to get something from the world bosses. It's also worth noting that pretty much all this gear can be used in the Revival Catalyst, so you can use it to unlock your powerful 2-set and 4-set tier bonuses for Season 4. You only get 1 charge per week, so spend them wisely, guys. Another source for filling in some of those gaps in your gear set is running heroic dungeons. Yes, I know this isn't solo content, but you don't need to make a group for it. You don't need to talk to anybody. All you gotta do is queue up, press your buttons, kill the bosses, get in, and get out. Heroic dungeons were supposed to be harder this season. They are still really easy to complete and reward you with 476 item level gear. They have no lockout, so you can spam them over and over to get some easy upgrades. Remember guys, all this gear that you're getting is still upgradable. That 480 gear can be upgraded all the way to 502 item level. In order to get up to 502 item level, you're going to need some crests to do so. Whelpling crests will take you part of the way, and then you're going to need Drake crests after that. One of the easiest ways to get Whelpling crests is to fly around the Dream Surge zones and collect green orbs. I did hear that they stopped giving crests for the orbs, but they did hotfix it and they are doing it again. So yes, you can get crests from collecting green orbs in the Dream Surge areas. Just open your map, find the zone with the Dream Surge icon, fly around and find those green orbs. You can find these orbs in higher up places, under bridges, or in towers all around the area. Each orb awards you with 2 Whelpling crests. Another easy way to get Whelpling crests is by running heroic dungeons. Each dungeon you complete will give you 10 crests. Another option is to run LFR if you're looking for Whelpling crests. You do get 10 per boss, which is quite a lot. If you decide to run LFR, this is a great option to get your Whelpling crests. I know it's not solo content, but it is another way to get those crests. Drake crests are actually easier to get your hands on because you can get them as you run your weekly world content. The Last Hurrah quest will reward you with Drake crests. Most of the Awakened World content that's needed to complete the Last Hurrah quest will also give you Drake crests, as well as the cash you get from completing all those events will also give you Drake crests. With Whelpling and Drake crests, you can easily upgrade your gear to 502 item level. Another gear option for getting some quick gear is crafting gear. You can craft 486 item level gear only using Whelpling crests. This crafted gear is perfect for filling in those gaps early on. All you need to do is buy a Nascent's Whelpling crest from the enchanting supply vendor in Valdrakken. This will cost you 30 Whelpling crests to buy, so that means for every 30 Whelpling crests you have, you can turn that into a 486 piece of gear. Head on over to the crafting table, search the word Whelpling, then buy all the mats you need to make the enchanted Whelpling Awakened crest. If you're an enchanter with the recipe, you can just go ahead and craft this yourself. If not, then just use the crafting table and it'll get done quickly using a public crafting order. After your enchanted crest has been made, you will want to create another crafting order using the blue recipes and select the piece of gear you want to craft. Look at the mats you need, buy all the mats, and then this time put in your enchanted Whelpling crest into the work order. This will make it so it's 486 item level, as long as you craft it at rank 5. This gear will be replaced fairly quickly, so only use it to fill in those low slots as you gear up. When you're posting your crafting order, make sure to put in your note that you want rank 5 only for your item. This will increase the chances of getting a rank 5 item. If you want a guaranteed rank 5, then ask in trade chat for a crafter. Somebody will help you almost instantly and for fairly cheap. When crafting crafting gear, make sure to only craft certain slots. You want to avoid certain slots that you can buy with bullions such as rings, trinkets, and weapons. Also, I recommend avoiding tier slot items, which are head, shoulders, chest, gloves, and pants. This is an excellent way to get some easy 486 gear using your leftover weapon crests. Moving on. Crafted gear can take you much further if you're willing to put in a little bit of effort. You can get up to 515 just from using crafting and crafting gear alone. There is a large time gate associated with this though, since you need awakened sparks to craft a 515 item level piece of gear. There is only one way to get your spark, and that is by collecting splinter sparks you get from your weekly quest, The Last Hurrah, that we talked about earlier. Get that quest done every week and you'll be on track to make one Spark of the Awakening every 2 weeks, which means one new piece of crafted gear every 2 weeks as well. Let's say you missed the Last Hurrah quest 1 week, well don't worry guys, there's a catch up mechanic and you can get 2 in 1 week. So just keep on doing what you're doing and you'll eventually catch up. With just your Spark and some crafting materials, you can get up to 502 item level crafted gear very easily. With that said, this means a 502 piece of gear every 2 weeks. To get your 502 item crafted, you would do it the same way you would craft your 486 gear, but instead use the purple recipe items. Head over to the crafting table, find your recipe you want to craft, look at the mats you need, buy the mats, hit the auction house, hit the mailbox, then come back open the recipe again, plug in your Spark of the Awakening, and post it as a public crafting order. Make sure to write rank 5 only in your note, and a few thousand gold is plenty for a commission, depending on the item of course. The more expensive the item usually means the higher commission you should put in. If you want your item guaranteed to be rank 5, then as I said before, just find a crafter and trade chat. Somebody will help you out very quickly and very easily. The most important source of gear in Season 4 comes from the bronze bullion vendors. In the Parting Glass Inn in Valdrakken, you can find 3 vendors that sell 493 raid gear. You can buy items from these vendors using the brand new currency called Antique Bronze Bullion. You can buy weapons, rings, trinkets, and very rare items from all 3 dragonflight raids. Just about all the most powerful gear in the game, you can just buy and pick up just by using the Bronze Bullion currency. You get 1 bullion per week, which means 1 new best in slot item every 2 weeks. If you missed a week, then you are able to get more than 1 per week to catch up. If you missed 2 weeks worth of bullions, then you can get 3 in 1 week. All of this gear comes with a special awakened gear track, allowing you to upgrade it 12 or 14 times depending on the item. With that said, you are able to upgrade those items all the way up to 528 item level, or 535 for rare items. But if you're just doing solo content, you won't be able to get it that high though. You can get it as high as 515 item level just using Drake and Worm crests. Unfortunately, there's only one way to get your hands on the bronze bullion, and that's by killing raid bosses. Running LFR isn't considered solo content, but it's super easy to complete and doesn't require any type of group making, and you don't need to pay attention to any part of the grouping process. You also don't have to talk to anybody whatsoever. All you need to do is press your buttons and kill the bosses. In LFR, you're almost guaranteed to one-shot every boss with no issues. I've yet to see a single wipe this season in LFR. Another reason LFR should be on your to-do list is because it drops tier gear. Tier gear is important if you want to make your character more powerful. Those new Season 4 set bonuses will also help you clear content easier as well. The final piece in the gearing journey is to get your hands on some worm crests. These will allow you to upgrade your bullion gear further, any higher item level gear you happen to get your hands on, and also upgrade your awakened spark crafted gear. Worm crests can get your gear up to 515 item level, but past that point you're going to need aspect crests. Upgrading your crafted gear to 515 is different than regular gear. You'll need an enchanted awakened worm crest to do so. Same as the Drake crest, but instead using worm crests. Just buy the Nascent's crest for 45 worm crests, then head over to the crafting table and search the word enchanted in the search bar. Buy the mats and craft your enchanted worm crest. Then you can put this enchanted crest into your crafting order, or a recrafting order if you've already crafted a piece of gear to 502 item level. You can find the recrafting options at the top left when you're at the crafting table. Put your piece of gear in and add your enchanted crest. Send it back to whoever crafted it for you before, or find a new crafter in trade chat. As long as you get it crafted to rank 5, that is an easy item level 515 piece of gear. Between the bullion gear and the crafted gear, you can easily get up to 515 item level without having to do any difficult group content. But this all does rely on worm crests. How can we get worm crests without doing the raid on heroic or doing mythic plus keystones? It's actually very easy to do. You can get worm crests using the weekly vault. The weekly vault gives you a chance at some weekly upgrades. If you don't find any upgrades when you open your vault, you can select the currency at the bottom, the tokens of merit. You can get up to 6 tokens per week by having 3 rewards unlocked in your vault. Between heroic dungeon queues and LFR, you can unlock more than 3 rewards easily. All you have to do is select the tokens and take these tokens to the vendor next to the Great Vault, and you can buy worm crests. 6 tokens per week will yield 45 crests. That's 1 piece of 515 item level crafted gear, or 3 upgrades for a piece of champion, heroic, or awakened track gear that needs worm crests for upgrading. Do whatever works best for you, but we can get 1 piece of crafted gear every 2 weeks, and 1 item from the bronze bullion vendor every 2 weeks as well. These rewards do offset themselves, meaning every week you can get 1 piece of crafted gear, and the following week get 1 piece of bronze bullion gear. Using the weekly vault for worm crest is not ideal and is a bit slow, but if you're a casual player, it's definitely an option. Season 4 is going to run until the War Within launches or until the pre-patch drops, which is a long ways away, so we have plenty of time to gear up. These are all the different ways you can gear up all by yourself without having to do group content. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.